If you watched literally any daily trading content on YouTube, X, or TikTok over the last few years, you've probably seen one line that's on almost every serious trader's chart, the 9 EMA. The one thing that became very clear during Prop Trader Fest, at the event we had trading champion Salma she won the Ninja Trader Arena World Cup, and Marianne from Tradify TV, known as the Curly Trader, and they both kept coming back to the same point over and over again. Keep your charts clean, keep your process simple, focus on momentum, and one of the few indicators they both consistently rely on that they talked about is the 9 EMA. Hello everyone, I'm Lien with BKTraders. Today we're going to break down why so many successful prop traders gravitate towards this one simple exponential moving average and show you 3 of the most popular ways traders use it across futures, Forex, gold, and indices. And that's the great thing. You can use the 9 EMA on any instrument. Now, before we get into the setups, it's important to understand why the 9 EMA has become so popular in the first place. The concept behind it is actually very simple. EMA stands for the exponential moving average. Unlike a simple moving average, which treats every candle equally, the EMA actually places more weight on the recent price action, and that allows it to react faster to what the market is doing right now, which is perfect for active traders, especially prop traders, because that responsiveness matters. Whether you're trading short-term moves or long-term moves, you have to care about momentum, not what happened an hour ago. The 9 EMA gives traders a very quick visual read on whether buyers or sellers are currently controlling the market. And that's one of the reasons why traders across so many different markets like to use the 9 EMA. Whether someone is trading NASDAQ futures during the New York session, gold during the London overlap, or the Eurodollar during the Asia session, or even crypto overnight, the 9 EMA can be a very helpful way for traders to identify short-term momentum in a very clean and simple way. And honestly, simplicity was one of the biggest themes of Prop Trader Fest. One of the best pieces of advice shared during the event actually came from Salma, who said that if she could go back and tell herself on one thing on day 1 of her trading journey, it would be clean up your charts. I think that resonates with a lot of traders, and maybe even you if you're watching this video now, because one of the biggest mistakes that newer traders make is overcomplicating everything. Too many indicators create too many opinions. RSI says overbought, MACD says bullish, stochastic says sell, news says buy, and eventually you can pretty much convince yourself of almost anything or nothing at all. And that's why so many experienced traders eventually simplify their charts. I had one trader, Tyler, who basically only used black and white charts because that kept his charts simple without bias. They focused less on trying to predict the market and more on reacting to momentum and price action. And for many traders, the 9 EMA becomes a simple framework for doing exactly that. So why the 9 EMA specifically? Why not the 20 or the 50? According to the many traders that we spoke to at Prop Trader Fest, the answer comes down to balance. The 9 EMA is fast enough to capture short-term momentum, but not so reactive that it becomes noisy and unusable. The 5 EMA, in contrast, can produce too many false signals, while the 20 EMA may lag too much for active day traders. And there's another important reason why it works. A lot of traders are watching it. Salma made a really interesting point during our conversation. She said the 9 EMA becomes somewhat self-fulfilling because traders, prop firms, and even algos are all reacting to the same level. And it's not really magic. It's all about order flow. When you have enough participants focusing on the same area, price naturally tends to react around that area. Now, let's get into 3 most common ways traders use the EMA, and hopefully this can help you with your trading. The first thing they do is use the 9 EMA as trend confirmation. This is probably the simplest and most widely used approach. If price is above the 9 EMA and the EMA is sloping upwards, traders will often focus only on buying opportunities. If price is below the 9 EMA and sloping lower, they'll focus only on the short opportunities. Let's take a look at what this looks like on a gold daily chart. So this is a daily chart of gold with the 9 EMA overlaid. And as a general rule of thumb, if the price is above the EMA, it's in an uptrend. So then you can drill down to your shorter term charts to look for opportunities to buy. If it is below the 9 9 EMA, it's in a downtrend, so you could drill down to your shorter term charts to look for an opportunity to sell. Now, of course, there'll be times where it's up and down, which means that's choppier price action, but there'll be longer periods of time that it remains in an uptrend above the 9 EMA or in a downtrend below the 9 EMA. So we can also drill down to the 5-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart can help you on a shorter term basis, which is, for example, if we're at the market open and we're trading below the 9 EMA, then you want to look for opportunities to sell towards the retrace of the 9 EMA, or if it's above the 9 EMA and then falling below it, it tells you that the trend has changed. That simple 9 EMA filter alone can help traders stop fighting the trend, which is one of the biggest reasons newer traders struggle. Instead of constantly trying to pick tops and bottoms, you can use the 9 EMA to stay aligned with the market momentum. The second way traders use the 9 EMA is as a dynamic support and resistance. In strong trends, price often pulls back to the 9 EMA before continuing in the direction of momentum. This is especially common in markets like NASDAQ futures and gold during the active sessions. Rather than chasing breakouts, our pro traders wait patiently for price to retrace back to the 9 EMA, and then they look for confirmation candles before entering a trade. Salma, in particular, says that she uses the 9 EMA in combination with the VWAP. While she didn't disclose the details, if we look at a simple 15-minute chart, which I will show you in just a second, and buy and sell only in the direction of VWAP, it can be a very effective trade as well. On this chart of the NASDAQ, I have the 9 EMA, which is still the blue line, and the VWAP. So Salma said that she likes to use the 9 EMA in combination with the VWAP. She didn't provide details on the time frame that she used, but as a rule of thumb, what could you do? Which is that you can look at the 15-minute chart, for example, and in this case, we see that NASDAQ has broken below, is trading below the VWAP and the 9 EMA, and pretty much on a retrace to the 9 EMA with a stop above the VWAP could be a good entry point over here. There's no trade over here. Here we go into the Asia Open, which I love to trade, where above the price is above both the VWAP and the 9 EMA. Wait for it to retrace to the 9 EMA. You go long for a trend continuation. I think this also works in the 5-minute chart right here. So this is the NASDAQ, and we have 5-minute chart. Over here, price drops below the 9 EMA. You can wait for a retrace to 9 EMA, sell here for quick scalps. These are, both good opportunities. Or if we're in an uptrend, it's finally flipped, you wait for opportunities to buy on a retrace to the 9 EMA with a stop below at the VWAP. So that's how you would combine the 9 EMA with the VWAP. The third strategy is the break and hold setup. This happens when price moves from above the EMA to below the EMA, and we use it in combination with a longer moving average like the 20 EMA, and you can use this on 5-minute charts. And this is a very popular strategy for trading the NASDAQ. So let's go ahead and take a look at the NASDAQ chart. So here we have the 9 EMA, which is the blue line, crossing above the 20 EMA, which is another popular moving average, the black line. So the cross happens over here. That's your signal that momentum is confirmed to the upside in both a short and long-term basis. Go long and boom. Beautiful clean trade up here with a stop underneath the underneath the 20 EMA. So let's see if we have this set up. This is on a 5-minute chart, which will be noisier. But if we look at this just at the market opens, here we go. Market open here, and we see that the cross to the downside, this one does trip us up a little bit because it retraces above, but the second time it drops below, it becomes a very powerful signal. In fact, the second drop below in general becomes a very powerful signal. And this is a cross to the upside during the New York session, and then that's a clean reversal trade to the upside. One more example here at the market open. We have 5-minute chart, 9 EMA crosses above the 20 EMA. You can trade or you can wait for a retrace. Either way, beautiful trend continuation signal in the NASDAQ. And that's one of the ways I love to look at these indicators. This setup is especially popular during the opening hours of the New York market when momentum expands quickly, but can also occur quite often during the Asia session. Now, one thing that's important to understand is that different traders use different time frames depending upon the market that they trade. NASDAQ traders may prefer the 15-minute chart, gold traders may prefer the 5-minute or the daily chart, Eurodollar traders may prefer the 1-hour chart because the EMA creates too much noise on the 5-minute or the 15-minute chart. So the real takeaway here isn't necessarily that every trader needs to run out and add a 9 EMA to their chart, although doing so could be quite valuable. It's that many successful prop traders succeed by simplifying. They focus on momentum, they focus on cleaning up their charts, they avoid information overload. overload. And the 9 EMA has become one of the popular tools that many of them use to stay focused on what matters the most. So if your charts currently look like a science experiment, a spaghetti bowl, maybe this is your reminder to simplify things a little, because sometimes clarity is the real edge in trading. If you're ready to trade, check out the video description for great discounts with some of the top futures and Forex CFD prop firms. I'm Lien. I'll see you in the next video.